Japan, also known as the land of the rising sun, has a very different culture from many other nations. The people of this beautiful place seem to trust strangers more than any other country. Although most Japanese prefer isolation, these people are also known for their imagination and creativity when it comes to the elaboration of objects that you thought you didn't need. We believe these objects can also create a nice conversation. In this video, you'll learn what kind of things we're talking about. Don't miss these 5 products that only exist in Japan. Part 2. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Neko Cafe. Are you tired of going to Starbucks when you want a hot beverage and a good talk? How would you like to visit a cafe where the main attraction isn't hot drinks, but the cats that roam the place? If you didn't know, the Japanese have a special appreciation for cats, so much so that they reflect on their friendly amulets, their illustrations, and their animations. This is just to mention some examples. In a metropolis as huge and bustling as Tokyo, it can be difficult to have a pet, since animals need attention and care. So many citizens of this country don't have a pet of their own, and they'd rather share an animal in a different way than have nothing at all. They prefer to visit the Neko Cafe, a group of shops filled by dozens of cats of all types and breeds that walk among visitors. Generally, people pay a cover to stay in the establishment. In the same way, this gives them the opportunity to sit down and have some of the cats approach them so they can be caressed. Many of the visitors are tourists or curious people who pay approximately a minimum of $5 to be able to enjoy the company of cats for 30 minutes, which is the minimum time required by the house rules. You must leave your shoes outside the establishment. The payment of the fee assures the client that the entrance of the space is adapted to the needs of the cats, with armchairs, cushions, libraries, and other spaces for cat recreation. Very clean and without odor, the cats go through some small passages to private spaces where they have their litter boxes. However, although the cats can't be fed at the cafe, they do offer the experience of feeding the cats for an additional cost of a few dollars. So you know, if you ever felt sorry for that single old aunt of yours who lives surrounded by 100 cats, well, maybe now it's time to pitch this business idea of her for a Neko Cafe of her own. Who knows, maybe your aunt has a gold mine under her nose and it's missing out on the opportunity for her cats to turn her into a billionaire. Maybe she'll double Steve Jobs' fortune and you'll never find out. Number 4. Baby chair in public bathrooms. Going to a public restroom with a baby is a whole thing. Sure, you go everywhere with a diaper bag, the stroller, and all the stuff young children need, while they're out of the comfort of their home. If you take the stroller and go to the bathroom, you'll probably have to leave the door ajar to keep an eye. As a sure thing, you're taking a risk of your kid touching everything that is around him, or even worse, that he wants to get out the stroller when you're quite busy. In many bathrooms, there is no solution for this matter. There was only a kind of plastic chair installed on the wall with a safety belt to sit the baby, while parents can take care of their own business relaxed. Although somewhat insecure because we don't see what our children do while we're busy. So the Japanese devised something really different, and they have this item in every public bathroom in their country. It's a practical harness that's used to hang the baby on the bathroom door while mom and dad do their thing. You basically go into the bathroom cubicle, hang up your child, make sure they're comfortable, and do what you have to do. What a cool idea, right? You can have your baby nearby and watch everything they do, and while you're busy, take care of yourself. You can also talk or sing to your child in the meantime. The company that makes this clever product ensures it's very functional and practical. It's also a way to solve a problem while parents are a little busy in the mall or on the street, and they have to go to the bathroom, but they don't have the company or someone to help them. However, they believe it would be a big step for other companies, which are in charge of the distribution of diapers, that they could put diaper vending, and so this would imply a better assistance in terms of childcare. The downside of all this is that it's only in Japan. So if you thought maybe it could be a solution to your problems, and you live somewhere else, we regret to inform you that you won't be able to enjoy this wonderful marvel. Number 3. Automated cashiers in supermarkets. It's early morning and you're in a huge city. You're probably dying of thirst. Maybe you need an umbrella, or maybe you're just craving a sweet. In general, these types of products are sold in convenience stores. You grab what you need and then you go to the cashier to pay. Probably the person you have to deal with is a very friendly lady or man who takes your products, places them in a scanner, and then tells you the amount that you have to pay. You pay, the friendly cashier gives you the things back along with the change or your card, and then you leave the store and enjoy everything you just purchased. This usually happens anywhere in the world, but when it comes to grocery shopping in Japan, the cultural shock is something That's really rather impressive. When you go to a supermarket or convenience store, you're likely to find something really fascinating. Did you know that in Japan, besides being the country of the rising sun, is also known for being the country with the greatest technology? And this is something we take very seriously. When you go to these places, the first most likely thing to experience is the fact that you won't understand anything. This has a lot to do with the language barrier, but beyond that very common issue, we're talking about the fact that when you go to pay for the items you've selected, that there is no cashier around. And what foreigners don't know is that there are in fact cashiers, but they're automated. No kind and smiling cashiers. Quite the opposite, actually. These are machines that speak to you on your own, and you have to pass the product through the scanner, and once everything is totaled, you must be the one who introduces the card or cash, process the card or cash, get your change, etc. In the end, it's not a very difficult job. However, if you feel you're part of that small group that hates modernity, don't worry about it. These machines are only available in Japan. Number 2, silent karaoke mic. Who doesn't love karaoke? That hilarious activity to enjoy with your friends, to spend some time together, and in many cases enjoy the good voice some of them may have. Although sometimes not all are born with that talent and end up becoming the loudest and most untuned people of the night. But there is no doubt that many people enjoy karaoke, and lots of people even smile at those who don't know how to sing, and maybe, who knows, they might sponsor some singing classes at some point. However, there are those who, instead of going to some karaoke bar, prefer to get the party started at home. You know, prepare some snacks, buy some drinks, and do all the logistics that lead to the best host of the night. The guests arrive, everyone dances, eats, laughs, and have some drinks. But there's always that person who suggests that they should do some karaoke. An almost perfect plan, don't you think? Sometimes the hosts don't allow it because they don't want to disturb the neighbors. In Japan, however, there is a solution to this problem so they can continue with those melodic plans from home. It's a funnel-shaped accessory for the microphone that reduces the emission of sounds. It's placed on the mouth and prevents the voice from sounding too loud. The purpose of this device is to encourage people who enjoy singing to spend more time with their friends without disturbing their neighbors. What happens in Japan is that the houses have very thin walls, and often the noise is filtered. What generates as a consequence that people, instead of enjoying in the comfort of home, thus, people have to go out rather than stay home when something might be too noisy. So you already know, if you're afraid of disturbing your neighbors with your singing, this microphone accessory is especially for you. Yes, you must live in Japan to be able to get it, but if you do live there, you'll be able to have the best night of your life with your friends. Number 1, base for tablet. Has it ever happened to you that when you're using your tablet, you need a kind of accessory to be more comfortable? We mean something that contributes to your comfort and relaxation. From time to time, curious accessories emerge to help us work more comfortably. We must admit, there are days when you don't want to get out of bed, but with this device, the bed won't be an obstacle for you to work, or at least to be informed or entertained. Imagine having a lazy Sunday when the last thing you want to do is work, when the first thing on the list to do is to see what has happened in the world. Of course, we all want this, but without the discomfort of holding a device as heavy as your tablet. Well, this accessory, only available in Japan, prevents your arms from getting tired. It places the device directly to your eyes. It's a mounting bracket like those used for TVs, but adapted to the size of tablets. People can find this item in many Japanese hotels. The Usiabo brand is responsible for selling this device at a price of $30 US. Due to the type of mechanism it uses, it's very similar to some desk lamps. Pretty cool, right? So if you like to make your own gadgets, this could be a way to adapt some of these and not to buy any new accessory. Its use is very simple. You only have to secure the tablet in the supporting bracket, turn it to your location, and that's it. The rotation goes from 180 to 360 degrees and the arm moves about 90 centimeters. Exactly what you need on your side of the bed. The only effort you need to make it work is to install it. The bracket can support tablets that range from 7 to 12 inches, and it allows you to bring it closer to the user in case you need it. This is a good idea to use as a gift, whether for your birthday, for Secret Santa, or maybe Christmas. And although if you can't wait, you can buy one for yourself at any time. So you always have your hands free. This is a perfect idea to watch movies, TV, YouTube, or any other content that you can enjoy on the internet. Hope you enjoyed the video, Top Fivers. If you haven't already, check out our other channel, Americano, to enjoy even more amazing list videos. There'll be a link in the description, so check